some people from Messy Talk.
Okay.
Taz had been trying to be cordial with everyone.
Okay.
I caught Taz getting ready to call Ray her friend. She corrected herself and said former friend. So y'all know how I am. I'm like, okay, so I just want to know like what side of the fence you on. It's not giving that you want to beef. It's giving that you want to be cool. And then she's like, well, Ray called me friend earlier, so now I gotta put Ray in it too because she did do that. You know, I have to be fair. So then it started this whole thing where Ray's like, no, we're never gonna be cool again. You speaking on my child.
Okay.
Which is accurate. So after that, her and Taz was going back and forth, and I'm like, that's not why I said that. I was just trying to point out that, you know, y'all can not F with each other, but still acknowledge that y'all still care for each other. They didn't want to acknowledge that whatever I talked about the panel, they both went live. Ray goes live, and she's like, oh, your situation, we was laughing at you. She never specified who the we was. Taz immediately goes, oh, Bratz, my situation is funny. And I'm like, what? Why are you assuming it's me? Then Taz started telling her, like, oh, you're losing your Section 8 and you're broke. You can't get an apartment. So we was on Favorited Wednesday. I basically had just said, like, I really don't appreciate that, you know, that's the stuff that Taz was saying to Ray. It wasn't no beef or nothing. I was just voicing to her, please don't come to me and ask me for help with crowdfunding because me and you were not cool. And I still decided to utilize my resources to make sure that you had a place to stay when you needed it. And then the moment that you moved into your apartment, literally the next week, you were telling somebody that they're on the verge of being homeless, and I said I didn't like it, and this is how I feel. Don't utilize me and my platform and having me tell my supporters to send you money if you're going to turn around and then have this superiority complex. You live in a luxury apartment and everybody else broke and all this. I didn't like it. That's it. That's all that was. I just didn't mess with it, and so it turned into like Javon and Ray started going in on panel. I asked Javon, like, hey, shut up, drop. He wasn't shutting up, dropping. I understand why Ray was talking because, again, her child was mentioned. So I wasn't going to really police that. But as I was telling my friends to let Taz finish talking because I wanted to hear her response to it. As I was telling them to let her finish talking, she started cussing me out and going in on me. And I'm like, Taz, I'm
still confused.
I'm like, Taz, I'm literally telling them to be quiet. And she's like, I don't give a F what you're telling them. And we're confused. Honestly, I just wanted to stop. Me personally, I wanted to stop the crash out. It's just like, it's not cute to me.
Thanks for tapping the screen, guys. Sharing the live.
Sorry, that's my other live, my other device.
I'm fine.
But the crash out is just not cute to me. And then when y'all are going to continue to be confused because I'm confused. I can't really help everybody out with ironing it out. All I know is my phone was on Do Not Disturb yesterday. Obviously, everyone knows I'm grieving because I just lost my grandmother. So it's like I'm on the app, but I'm not fully on the app. Like, y'all know I be on TikTok all day. But right now, it's like, you know, I come through if I want to come through. And so I have my phone, Do Not Disturb, group chats, muted, Discord, muted, and they still found a way to just alert me that this girl was on this app talking about me. So I came on, I found out she doxed my medical assistant certificate. It was just a lot going on, and I didn't understand why she decided to wake up and do it again yesterday. Like, okay, if the Wednesday, the favorite thing, you want to feel like, oh, I started that because I told you don't ask me for help, whatever, cool. But yesterday, I wasn't bothering nobody. I was literally completely mad at my business. Then I got doxxed. Now I have people coming into my comment sections harassing me. They telling me about what debt I got, baby, the credit card bills that I ain't paid off, honey. They is in my comments telling me about that. Like, you sat there, you showed my whole name. You could cause me to lose my certificate all time, and I still haven't. It's just a lot of stuff that I can say. It's a lot of stuff that I could do to that girl, but because of the type of person that I am and the relationship we had, my bad, I can't bring myself to do it. I was so mad when I found out I got doxxed. I'm like, I'm gonna dox this B bag, but I just couldn't do it. So she gonna forever win this little battle that she's doing, because she's going to places that she knows for a fact that I'm not going to go to.
Yeah. And so first things, let me say my condolences for your loss. I know that feeling. And I don't wish that on my worst enemy. And all you can do is just take it a day at a time. There's no recipe. Just take it a day at a time. But my second question was, so you gave me the breakdown of what happened. I'm still confused because out of all of that, you didn't say, what happened between y'all two. Like and I said this too. I don't know if you heard it, but I was like, it doesn't seem like she's mad at Bratz, but that's the only tea that she's spilling. So I feel like because she has the most tea on Bratz, that's all she could spill. But I don't think she's really mad at you. I think she's mad at Ray.
Well, let's be clear. Me personally, I'm not clearing up no rumors. I just like to say Taz tells two truths and a lie.
Okay.
She does like to exaggerate a lot of things and recall things incorrectly, purposefully. Okay. I want to say her painting me as a domestic abuser is absolutely asinine. You ain't gotta like me, but we know how this app treats me. And so painting me as a domestic abuser when the majority of people already hate me, I think that's sick. Me and Taz, we was cool. We stayed bumping heads. It's just a lot of stuff. Friends bump heads, and I never had a problem with getting back cool with her after bumping heads, because that's what friends do. But Taz seemed to have held grudges from our little spats. That's what it seemed like happened. It seemed like she held grudges from our spats. And there's a lot of stuff that, now that I go back and think on, I should have been caught. A lot of comments that were being made and stuff. But the type of person I am, I'm not a person with bad intentions. I'm not sitting back listening to your business so I can spew it back to the internet, so I can put my little razzle dazzle on it and, get my 15 minutes of fame. So it's a lot of stuff that I just overlooked. Especially with trying to mature and not do, last year was a lot of drama, a lot of beefing with people, and I've been trying to do a lot less of that, a lot less of going live and dragging people. And I think I've been doing pretty good at trying to focus more on my platforms, even though I still lost 3 of them. I've been trying. So, I couldn't tell you what exactly her issue is. I know we got into it in the group chat one day. She started saying really crazy things to everybody. And then it was that time that people started saying crazy stuff back to her. Like, she's always had hit below the belt when she got into it with people. And some of us just got tired in a specific conversation and we hit back. And then when we hit back, it was just like too much for her, I guess. And so when we got back cool after that, she was still carrying a grudge. It's almost as if she only got back cool for some revenge, which is weird. Again, I have good intentions, but I personally, I don't want to sit on the internet and bash Taz. It's like I don't have any desires to do this. I hate being taken out of character. Not what we're doing right now. This is not an issue, but I'm saying like the back and forth. I hate being taken out of my character while I'm sitting there. I'm saying stuff that I know that I normally wouldn't say, stuff that I know I'm gonna feel bad for saying. I'm just tired of like her positioning herself as a victim, because it's like at this point you're constantly dragging the situation out. You're showing people screenshots, doxing me, doxing Sade. I would never dox you. So for when you're acting, I don't even want to say out of your character, because at this point I think this has been your character and the other character was out of your character, and that's fine. But I don't like when I'm taken to the point where people are bringing me out of my character. And listen, grieving, a lot of times I will go there. What's going on? Nothing much, Monty. Just a recap of screen recordings of, the little recap lives they call it, screen recordings of Taz Space. Yeah. I'd rather come here than many space. Hold on. She will. Can I ask who brought it to the front end first? Taz brought it to the front end first. Taz
Yes, I was
decided
gonna
to
say
get
that.
into it on the internet in front of everybody on YunTea panel first because she got mad at me for correcting Javon on a colorist statement that he made. And y'all know I'm going to always correct colorism. And so she got mad and she wanted to call me inconsistent because I had body shamed someone who body shamed me first. And so that's what kicked off everything.
Okay. Should I? Damn, I smoked too much. Oh, somebody did say in the comments, like, do I think this is the end? And based off what you just, I understand your sentiments wholeheartedly, and I actually agree with them. Sometimes you gotta leave well enough alone. But I will say this: I don't think she's gonna stop. I don't think this is it. I think she's looking for reaction, and until she gets that reaction, it's gonna be something every other day. You know what I mean? And that's sad that it's like this because I really think y'all could have, like you said, y'all could have stayed cordial. But once you start reading text messages and airing out group chats and doxing me, bitch, ain't no coming back from that. But
that is what it is. I know exactly what it is. She definitely is looking for reaction.
She's looking for a reaction.
She has, unfortunately, tarnished her reputation. I'm going to be honest. I personally feel like she's tarnished her reputation with the people who have followed her or were following her, because a lot of people have blocked her, and she still has followers, she still has supporters, but she's tarnished her image to a lot of people, the person she's portrayed to be for the past 2 years. And so she's looking to say things to us to make us respond where we tarnish ours as well, you know. So when you're saying certain things, like for her to bring up me texting her and telling her I stepped on a scale and I was 200 pounds, for her to bring that up and say, oh, you're always talking about body positivity, but you don't love your body. It was just like, okay, I get it now. You're purposely trying to poke at things that you think are going to bother me. But the type of person that I am is when I know you're trying to use something against me on purpose to bother me, it's not going to bother me. Like say if me and you got into it right now and you was like, that's why your grandma did, I'm going to just be sitting there like, oh, okay, you know, because I know that that's something that you're purposely, you know, that you're trying to do. But I definitely responded when, you know, she brought up positivity. I did tell her she shaped like a Roblox character, because I told y'all a long time ago, if you body shame me, I'm body shame you back. I don't care if you skinny, I don't care if you big, I don't care if you the perfect size, I don't care if you the body goals that I got, I'm still gonna find something to say about you if you body shame me, because I just I ain't healed from body shaming people. But Ariana, what are you doing here? Get out my business, Bookie. But anyways, Taz's reasonings make sense. Child, I don't know to who, but I don't think she's going to end either. I think that...
Wait a minute. Is that a typo? Did you mean to say that? Because...
So wait, being 200 is a bad thing? I mean, I thought it was a bad thing. I was crying. I've never been 200 pounds in my life. It's not like... I don't... But boy, you know this, super fat. I just didn't expect to step on the scale and see 200. That was my first time seeing it. And so I had opened up to the Taz about that. But it'd be simple stuff. Like, it's stuff that I don't mind telling people in conversation.
It's girl talk. Like, that's what it seems. I feel like we taking girl talk out of context.
Exactly. And it's like, it's simple stuff that I don't mind saying in front of other people that you're trying to twist and spice it up to make it, and it's not making anything. The only thing that really is throwing me off the most, honestly, is just the DV allegations on my name. I really don't appreciate that, because at first on Favorite It, she was trying to say that I was DRUNK driving and running away from my man, as if he was the one putting his hands on me. And now the narrative on TikTok is that I'm the one putting my hands on him, and that the narratives just shouldn't be there at all. Like, even my man was like, okay, this is getting weird. Why do I keep getting brought up in this beef? Like, I don't really get I don't get the person. Taz, hold your personal info. Wait until you get
I'm
into
gonna keep
the school.
repeating this. It's more weird because it appears that you are not the center of the issue here. She is actually mad at Ray and has been mad at Ray. She has not said, from what we've listened to, has not said what has Bratz has done to her specifically. She only said what Ray did.
Well, she said a couple of times, I guess, the way that I talk to people, I'm very aware that I have a smart A mouth. I think I ain't been on this earth for 22 years and have not figured out that I have a smart A mouth, and that people do not take the way that I speak well, especially with how blunt I am. And again, I've been trying to get better with it, but I'm not a perfect person. However, my mouth is bad, but
You're a Sag.
yeah, I am. But Taz's mouth is just as bad. So it's just like it's the one of those situations was like when you pointing the finger at somebody, you gotta look at how many fingers you still got pointed back at you. And I don't think she realizes how many times people would just literally be concerned for her, like, hey, you know, Taz, don't post about this because we don't want nobody DOX your school. You always getting DOX. It is like, F y'all B words. I'm cool. My school is good. And we used to be like, you know what? Okay, what's going on? After a while, you get tired of people just snapping at you, coming at you sideways when you're just trying to care for them. Or when we all just sit on a panel, chilling, having fun, good time, and then out the blue is, I just feel like everybody treat me differently than how they treat y'all. Like, bro, we chilling, we having fun. Or it's just like the random times that she does this thing where she likes to compare herself to her mutuals. Oh, if it was Bratz, if it was Sky who said this, then y'all wouldn't be dragging them the way that y'all are dragging me. You don't.
What about when you're on your period?
Girl, mind your business. Mind your